All right, we got something pretty fun today. We have an early release new product from XGrids. Now, currently, this unit is such an early release that it's not the final product. You won't be seeing this until after the product is released because I can't show you before then. And so, this product is going to help a lot of the entry-level architects, real estate agents. It's going to bring reality capture into a realm that is more attainable to more people. Now, is this going to be a product that the AC industry and surveyors are going to want to use? No. The accuracy on this guy is about 5 centimeter, but it does follow the principles of constraining Gaussian splats by LiDAR that XGrids has become known to be so good at. But if you're in the VFX, real estate, some architects, this is going to be at a price point and usability that is going to revolutionize your business. So let's take a look at it. Now again, this is not the final product. They could change it a little bit. The case that I have for it is actually the K1 case. We just threw it in there to have something to put it in. So that is, when it comes out, it'll have its own case. It has its own app. So it's really intuitive, quick to hook up app. So this is the PortalCam. You'll notice a big difference right away in the fact that it has more cameras and the LiDARs on the front. When I say more cameras, we'll take the L2 Pro, for example. The L2 Pro has two 41 megapixel cameras, one on each side, and then a 5 megapixel in the front. This guy has two 50 megapixel cameras on the sides, so one on each side, and then two more 50 megapixel cameras on the front, as well as a LiDAR. They're saying 863,000 points per second. I haven't tested that myself. They're saying 5 centimeters on accuracy, so you definitely don't want to go as built anything with it. But I mean, first impressions on it, I'm pretty happy with it, knowing what it's used for. It is light, but still feels sturdy, which I know is a terrible way to judge something. It reminds me, and this story might not even be true, but it's a story that I use a lot. Apparently, the most expensive part of producing the Beats headphones is adding the lead weights inside of the earpieces to make it feel heavier. Because we have this, as humans, we have this notion that if something feels super light, that it's less valuable, it's flimsy, it's easily broken. So some manufacturers will add unnecessary weight to give people that feel of quality, which is silly. I don't think they're doing that here because they're packing quite a lot in a rather small package. It's super light, so your arm's not gonna get tired like you can with some of the other SLAM scanners. You know, the L2 included is rather heavy for some people. Personally, I like the value I get for the L2, so I don't really mind the weight. But I get this for some people, it's a little bit different. So you have the option of having an external storage on this one too. So it's got an internal storage, and I don't remember off the top of my head what it is. I'll put it on the screen. And then you can hook up through the USB-C an external hard drive too. So you can really get a lot of data done. You're limited to about a 60-minute walk, which, as if you talk to me long enough, I'll tell you I prefer 20-minute walks. I would rather put 3 20-minute walks together than one 60-minute walk, just because the processing time is considerably less than if you just do one big walk. Also, combining different walks forces you to go back to the same area several times. And so I usually, if there's an area that I want the highest detail I can see in the Gaussian, that's the area that I will have in common between them. That way I get a lot more angles and a lot more quality in that area. Just a little tip there. So you're limited to a 60-minute walk on this one because the battery is 60 minutes. Unlike the other two devices, which have the battery in the handle, this guy's battery is on the back side here. You can replace the battery. I haven't asked if it's hot swappable or not. Again, this is super early. But you just pop out. It charges with the USB-C right there on the side. Super easy to put out and put in. The power buttons on the back side. Just like the other L2s, you could run it with the other XGrids devices. You could run it without the app just by different buttons on the power, but hitting the power button different ways, holding or pressing so many times. I still prefer to use the app, especially since the new app is easier to use. They say it's easier to use. I thought the old one was really easy to use too, and this one's easier to use, so good for them. We're going to play with it here in a little bit today, so I'll touch back in on what my opinions are on that. They also reduced the file size by 30%, so it, for about a minute of walking, turns out to be a gigabyte of data, which I was really worried with 50 megapixel cameras and 4 of them that the data size was just going to be stupid. But I think a minute per gigabyte is perfectly acceptable. Again, super early version, but the data I've seen from it, the sample data they've sent, has been pretty impressive. If you're in real estate and you're using a Matterport over this, you're being silly. Now I know the Matterport's fast and accuracies are about the same, but you're not tied to a scan location. And I don't care how fast a terrestrial or a tripod-based sensor is, it's not going to be as fast as just walking through an environment. Yeah, so we're going to go play with it. Hopefully we can get into the Museum of Flight today, but maybe not. I would love to be able to compare this Gaussian to the Gaussian we took there before, but we'll see. So stay tuned.